Welcome to Lively Lewis Stories.
Buckle up, because you're about to join Levi and Ivy on an adventure.
All you need is your imagination, and
Off we go! Lively Lewis Stories!
Levi and Ivy raced toward the corner store at the end of their street as the sun was beginning to set on a warm Sunday after dinner. Their mom walked slowly behind them. "Slow down, you two," she called out. "You're gonna knock someone over." "Okay, Mom," they called back as they slowed to a fast walk and entered the store. They were rushing there for a very important reason. Well, at least very important to them. Right at the door, as you walked into the store, there were 3 gumball machines, except only one was full of gumballs. The second machine was full of silly stickers, and the third machine held something that they both really wanted. They were metal rings with bright, shiny gemstones on them. Levi and Ivy each wanted one more than anything. That was since their friends Scarlett, Sarah, and Sam each got one last week and showed them off at school on Friday. "We could form a super ring club," said Scarlett, showing off her ring topped with a sparkly green emerald at recess on Friday. "Yeah," added Sarah. "We can all wear our rings to school on Monday, and when we put them together, we turn into super ring superheroes." Sam loved the idea too and told Levi and Ivy that they each had to get a ring that weekend and wear them to school on Monday. And that was all Levi and Ivy could think about from the moment they got home on Friday after school to the minute they ran into the store on Sunday night. Now that they were finally standing in front of the machine that held the rings, they couldn't wait a second longer to get one. Levi widely rummaged through his coat pockets as his mom walked into the store. "Oh no!" exclaimed Levi as he reached into the pocket. "I can't find my quarters. I lost my quarters. Now I can't get a ring." Thankfully, Levi's mom was there to calm him down. "Sweetheart, relax. Remember you asked me to hold your quarters?" she said as she opened her hand to reveal the 2 shiny coins. "That's right. Thanks, Mom," said Levi, breathing a sigh of relief. Levi looked at Ivy with a huge smile on her face as he took both quarters and dropped them into the coin slots at the front of the machine. "I hope I get a golden gemstone on my ring," whispered Levi as he closed his eyes and turned the handle. It clicked once, then twice. Then the sound of a little plastic container could be heard falling from the main part of the machine into the prize area. Levi pushed open the shiny metal door, and into his hand rolled a clear plastic container. He opened his eyes and popped open the top. He tipped the plastic container over, and into his hand fell a metal ring with a shimmering gold gemstone on top. "Woohoo!" called out Levi, making everyone in the store turn and look at him. "I can't believe I got the one I wanted. I hope you get the ring you want, Ivy." Levi stepped away from the machine so Ivy could have her turn. Ivy took out a change purse from her coat pocket and reached inside. But what happened next was a huge surprise. She pulled out 1 quarter and then went back to grab the second one, except it wasn't there. The only thing she found was a small quarter-size hole in her change purse. She had been holding the purse the whole way to the store, and one of the quarters must have slipped out as she and Levi were running. "Oh no," Ivy said, looking very concerned. "Levi, I lost one of my quarters. What am I gonna do?" "Ask Mom," suggested Levi, staring at his ring as the golden gem caught the light and sparkled. "She always has coins with her." "Good idea," said Ivy, running to find her mom in the store. Unfortunately, her mom had only brought her credit card with her and didn't have any change at all. "I'm sorry, Ivy. We can just come back after school tomorrow," said Ivy's mom. "Please get Levi. It's time to head out. The store's about to close." As Ivy's mom went to wait in line to pay for the paper towels she was buying, Ivy ran back to Levi. "Levi, Mom doesn't have any change. The store is closing, and if I don't get a ring now, I won't be able to join the Super Ring Club tomorrow at school, and I won't be able to be a Super Ring superhero," Ivy cried. "We'll figure something out," Levi said, looking around. "Maybe we can find a quarter on the ground." They looked around, but all Levi found was someone's old shopping list, and all Ivy found was a dusty gumball by the door. "No luck here," said Ivy. "What's next? Mom is at the front of the line, and then we'll have to go home." I do know one place there's a lot of quarters, said Levi, but I don't know if we should take one. Where? Ivy asked, looking excited. I'll give the quarter back tomorrow. I have another one in my room. We just won't have time to go there and back before the store closes tonight. Well, Levi began. If you're going to return it, and then I guess it's okay. I really do want you to be able to join the Super Ring Club tomorrow and become a Super Ring superhero. So if you want a quarter right now, you could take one from the wishing fountain just outside the store. The corner store had just added a small garden in front of their big window display, and in that garden they put a small fountain. Next to it was a sign that said, Wishing Fountain. Kids had been throwing in quarters, nickels, dimes, and pennies since it opened, making wishes and hoping they would come true. The money then was used to buy the gumball stickers, rings, and other fun prizes that filled the machines inside the store. Ivy looked a little surprised at Levi's suggestion, but she really wanted that ring. Her mom was next in line and she knew she was running out of time. Okay, Levi, I'll do it, but you have to come outside with me and make sure no one is watching, said Ivy, and I will put the quarter back, I promise. Levi and Ivy slipped out of the store as quickly as they could as their mom waited in line. Levi kept an eye out as Ivy reached her hand into the cold water and grabbed the first quarter she saw. I've got it, said Ivy, shaking the water off her hand and walking back into the store. Their mom was paying at the register, and Ivy took the fountain quarter and her quarter and dropped them into the coin slot at the front of the machine. I hope I get a purple gemstone on my ring, whispered Ivy as she closed her eyes and turned the handle. It clicked once, then twice. Then the sound of a little plastic container could be heard falling from the main part of the machine into the prize area. Ivy pushed open the shiny metal door, and into her hand rolled a clear plastic container. She opened her eyes and popped open the top. She tipped the plastic container over, and into her hand fell a metal ring with a glistening purple gemstone on top. Woohoo! Called Ivy as her mom walked up behind her and Levi. What's all the commotion, kiddos? She said. I got the ring I wanted, Mom, exclaimed Ivy, showing her mom. Oh, I thought you didn't have enough money, said her mom, holding Ivy's hand to get a look at the ring. And why is your hand all wet? Oh, never mind, said Ivy, quickly pulling her hand away from her mom. I found a quarter. Lucky me, I guess. Then Levi and Ivy ran out of the store holding their rings to the sky and shouting, Super Ring Superheroes! Ivy's mom didn't give it a second thought and followed Levi and Ivy as they walked back home. The next day was Monday, and Levi and Ivy couldn't wait to get to school to show off their new rings to their friends and officially form the Super Ring Club and become Super Ring superheroes. As soon as they arrived in the school playground, they ran up to Scarlett, Sarah, and Sam. They're all going to be so happy to see our amazing rings, said Ivy. And they all were, except for Scarlett. She didn't look too happy at all. Whoa, those rings are awesome, said Sam. We can form the club now and become Super Ring superheroes together, added Sarah. Sound good, Scarlett? I guess, sighed Scarlett. I'm sorry, I just don't feel like playing right now. What's wrong? Asked Ivy, sitting down next to Scarlett on the playground. My dad and I had a special day planned for about a month now to go to the new dinosaur exhibit on opening day at the Natural History Museum this Friday after school. But then he told me last week that he may have to go on a business trip and then leave Friday morning, but he didn't know for sure. So I took a quarter, made a wish in the new wishing fountain that he wouldn't have to go. I thought it would for sure come true, but this morning he told me that his boss said he had to go and that we just have to go to the museum another time. He felt really bad. As Ivy listened to Scarlett's story, she started to feel her face getting really hot. Oh no, she thought as she looked at Levi, who was looking a little red in the face. The bell rang and Scarlett, Sarah, and Sam started to walk inside. Ivy pulled Levi toward her, looking quite nervous, and said, Levi, you don't think... Levi just looked back at Ivy with wide eyes. I knew you shouldn't have taken that quarter. You don't think that I took Scarlett's wish? Ivy exclaimed with a look of sadness. Oh no, I have to tell her what I did and get her wish back in the fountain. The morning went by so slowly as Ivy kept looking over at Scarlett in class. She looked so sad as she doodled dinosaur pictures in her notebook during quiet time. After lunch, they all went outside for recess. Ivy knew she had to tell Scarlett and make the situation right. Once outside, Ivy told Scarlett the whole story. About the hole in her change purse, that her mom didn't have any change with her, that she and Levi looked for a quarter on the ground, how she really wanted the ring so she could be a part of the Super Ring Club and be a Super Ring superhero together, and how she took a quarter from the wishing fountain that she now thinks was Scarlett's wish. Scarlett listened to everything and understandably wasn't happy about it. "You took my wish?" she said, staring at Ivy. "I didn't mean to, but yes, I think that's what happened," started Ivy. "But I was going to put it back by putting one of my quarters into the fountain. I just didn't have time before school today. What do you say we meet at the store after school, and then you can get your wish back in the fountain?" Scarlett was a little upset, but forgave Ivy and agreed to meet at the store after school to put her wish back into the fountain. Scarlett was waiting outside the store with her mom as Ivy and her mom walked around the corner. Scarlett and Ivy's mom walked inside when the girls said they wanted to make a wish and would be in soon. "Scarlett, I'm really, really sorry. I never meant to take your wish," said Ivy. "It's okay, Ivy. I know you really wanted the ring so we could all be Super Ring superheroes together," said Scarlett with a smile. "Now let's get my wish back in the fountain." Ivy held out a quarter in her hand and told Scarlett to take it. "I hope it comes true this time," whispered Ivy. Scarlett smiled at Ivy, then she grabbed the quarter, closed her eyes, made her wish, and tossed the quarter into the fountain. It landed in the water with a plop and slowly sank to the bottom with the other wishes. Scarlett and Ivy ran into the store hoping the wish would come true. The next day at school, Scarlett ran up to Ivy looking so excited. "Ivy, you'll never believe it," Scarlett exclaimed. "My dad told me this morning that his boss postponed the business trip until next month, so we can go opening day of the dino exhibit after all." Ivy couldn't believe it, but was so happy that Scarlett's wish came true. She learned that day to never take coins out of wishing fountains, because you're not just taking a coin, you're taking someone's wish or hope or dream. That day at recess, Ivy, Levi, Scarlett, Sarah, and Sam, all wearing their gemstone rings, formed the Super Ring Club and all became Super Ring superheroes together. Did you learn a lesson from this story?
If so, what was it?
And parents, do your kids have a story idea?
Leave a comment on our Apple Podcast review page with 5 stars, the idea, and your kid's name for a chance to join Levi and Ivy on their next adventure. Until next time.
Thanks for listening. Come back for more.